welcome back to my channel. Everybody meet Alfie, the newest member of the team. Say hello. It's been a minute, it has, but we are back. Today's video is a little kind of just like sit down vloggy chat. We're gonna see how long we can last with him. Probably gonna have to put him up, but if you don't know already, I got engaged. There she is. And I also got Alfie the exact same day. I knew I was getting Alfie, didn't know I was getting a ring too. So yeah, I'm just gonna walk you guys through kind of the proposal story, a few wedding updates that we already have, and I'm also gonna be boxing up my bridesmaids proposal boxes. So I figured why not just make it a little vlog, a little chat. I got so many requests asking for like some wedding vlogs as I go throughout the planning, so might as well start here with Mr. Alfie himself. Hello. And yeah, and yes, I am sitting on the floor, so I had to rearrange. I basically had to rearrange my entire apartment to, yes, if you can hear him, he's eating bubble wrap. I basically had to rearrange my entire apartment to accommodate for his crate and like his playpen, and just trying to get stuff off the floor, out of the way, so he doesn't destroy my whole place. But yeah, so welcome to my new space. If you're new around here, my name is Kelsey and I am a wedding and senior photographer based here in Richmond, Virginia. And this is my little space of the internet where I like to share some helpful tips and tricks about senior photography, as well as some life things too, because I love sharing about my life. And yeah, I love watching vlogs, so I love making them. So if you like these kind of videos, please give it a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, let's just jump in. Okay, so before I get started on the proposal story, I just want to show you what all I'm putting into my bridesmaids boxes. I made these cards to put in them on Canva. I designed them myself. I didn't use a template. Let's see if it'll focus. Yeah. So I have one for each of my bridesmaids and my maid of honor, and then I'm just gonna write a sweet little note on the back for them. And then I have matching sunglasses for us all to wear on the bachelorette party. And then I saw this really cute picture on Pinterest of all the bridesmaids and the bride on the day of the wedding, and they all had these on, so thought that was super cute. If you can hear Alfie in the crate, it's because he's right here. I had to put him away immediately. This was not gonna work. I'm also going to include a little champagne bottle. And I only have 4 of these because my girl Paige is only 18, so I'm gonna include something else special for her. But for my other ladies, they're getting a little bottle of champagne. And then I'm also including my favorite candle. If you've never smelled the Capri Blue Volcano candle, then you are missing out. If you've ever been to Anthropologie, when you walk in, this is what it smells like, and it's literally the best candle in the world. It's my favorite. Okay, so this is essentially what the box is gonna look like when it's done. I ordered these just cardboard boxes from Amazon, and then this is gonna take a long time. And then also ordered this blue ribbon from Amazon, as well as these big old bags of crinkle paper. Okay, had to take a brief pause because Alfie was just losing it. Hopefully he doesn't again. So I don't even know where I left off or where I ended, but I went ahead and packaged up this one. So flipping cute! Okay, and I also went ahead and wrote out my letters to my girls. But yeah, okay, so let's dive into the proposal story. So I knew that I was getting Alfie. That's been in the works for 2 months since the day he was born. on April 26th. And so I knew that was happening. However, I definitely didn't think that Chip would propose on the day that I got him. Okay, so backstory. I did know that Chip had a ring, and I knew that the proposal was happening soon. So on Friday of that week that he asked me, he was leaving for annual training, which is like an Army Reserve thing that he has to go to every year. This year he's only gone for 2 weeks, so he's currently there. He'll be back next weekend. But I knew it was getting down to the last week before he left, and I was like, if this man doesn't propose, I'm gonna be a little mad, because he had the ring for a little over a month at that point, and I knew he had the ring, and I knew when he got the ring. So I was getting to the point where I was like, what are you doing? Why are you waiting so long? Like, what's happening? Like, I was just like, what in the world? I knew that my best friend Julia was helping him come up with kind of like a little proposal, but I had no idea, no clue, any of the details or anything that was happening. So the day before, I should probably start packing my boxes, shouldn't I? So the day before, Julia had come down to Richmond. She was in Richmond on that Saturday for like a JMU shoot thing, and then she stayed with me that night, and so Sunday on June 18th we just kind of hung out, explored Richmond a little bit, got brunch. I wasn't sure if he was gonna propose that day because I knew she was helping him, but I was like there were no signs that it might be happening or like what, but I was like, so when we went to brunch, I had to be like, listen, you're gonna have to give me some hints, some details, what's the 411, what's the info, what's happening. Of course she didn't, she wouldn't. She did give me a few hints. She knew that I was getting a little worried and a little stressed about like when it was happening and if it was happening. So she was like, you know what, this week it is happening. I'll tell you that, because I don't want you to be freaking out. So I did know for a fact by then that it was happening that week. I had a good guess that it was, but then I knew for sure. And so after that, she was like, just wake up every single morning, get photo ready, put on whatever you want to wear for the pictures, and just be ready. And I was like, okay, deal, got it. I will wake up, go to the gym, come home, and get fully ready. And I wanted to wear this blue and white dress that I had, which I've had for like over a year, but never had something like special enough to wear it to. So I wanted to wear this blue dress, this blue and white dress that you've seen in the pictures probably. But, so I was like, okay, I'll wake up, put on the dress every morning, it's fine. Okay, so yeah, that's that. So that night on the Sunday, June 18th, we went out to dinner with 2 of our friends that were in the area. And then after dinner, we all got in our cars and said our goodbyes. And she supposedly headed back to Harrisonburg. And then later that night, I texted her, like, just saying, like, thank you so much for hanging out with me, like, had so much fun, whatever. And she texted back, she's like, I'm all tucked up in bed, I got home safely, whatever, that was a lie. When in reality, she was literally a mile down the road at one of our friends' house. So, I'm thinking, wow, okay, so I guess she went home and she's coming back later this week. And in my head, I was like, okay, so now I do know that it's happening this week for sure. It's probably gonna happen like Tuesday or Wednesday, because she did also tell me that he wasn't just gonna propose and then leave right away. So I was like, okay, probably Tuesday or Wednesday then, because he's definitely not gonna do it on the day that we bring home Alfie, because that's just gonna be a lot. And it was. So, okay, Monday morning, I was scheduled to go pick Alfie up at 11 a.m. So my mom drove down because Chip had worked the night before. He works the midnight shift, which is 12 hours, and he was on like day 3 of 4. So I was like, yeah, there's no need for you to come with me to get him. You just need to sleep and get some rest. Because he gets home at like 7 a.m. and I was supposed to go pick him up at 11. So anyways, my mom comes down, we go pick him up, and around like noon or so, he calls me. He's like, let me see the puppy. And I was like, why the heck are you awake so early? But I was fine. I just thought, oh, maybe he's just so excited to see him. And so he ends up coming over around like 1, I think it was like around 1-ish. And almost as soon as he got here, he was here like 5, maybe 10 minutes. My mom was like, okay, I'm gonna go run some errands, have fun with Alfie, you know, whatever. And in my head, I was like, that's weird. Why is she leaving so soon? Like, Chip just got here. Why is she like rushing out the door? So we were just kind of hanging out, playing with the puppy, and I'm trying to get Chip to take some pictures of us, because that morning, it's so funny looking back on now, but that morning I posted on Instagram and I was like, today might just be the most exciting day of my life. I'm so excited. Everybody's freaking out, sending me DMs, and I was literally just like expecting to post a picture of the puppy. And so we get back and I'm like, okay, please take my camera, like we need to get some cute pictures so I can post them. And I could tell he's kind of like, oh, okay, like fine. And I know now, I didn't know at the time, he was texting Julia like, she keeps wanting me to take pictures of her and the puppy. She keeps wanting to play with him. I can't get her out the door. And I had also changed into like some sweatpant shorts, then just had on my tank top, and he had texted her like, she's in sweat shorts, how do I get her to change? And even my mom, I think Julia said like at the exact same time my mom had texted her too, like, she's changed into sweat shorts. Like, that's not gonna be good, or she's not gonna like that. So we had been talking randomly about taking the trash out. It was full, and he was like, well, let's take the trash out and let's go for a walk. I really want to just go for a walk, get outside. We had put Alfie down because Alfie was so tired. Yes, okay, so we're going to take out the trash, and he's like, why don't you put your jeans shorts back on? I was like, what? Why? Take out the trash? And he was like, yeah, just trust me, just put your shorts back on. And at that moment, I realized what was happening. I didn't know where or what time, but I freaked out a little bit and was like, oh my gosh, okay, I like pulled out the dress. I was like, do I need to put this dress on? He was like, just do whatever you need to do. And so in the moment, I was like, okay, forget it. It's happening. Let's just go. Let's just do it. So I just kind of quickly touched up my hair and my makeup, put my jean shorts back on, have my tank top on. And so we go to take out the trash, and I thought we were driving somewhere after that. So we go to take out the trash, we come back, and I was like, wait, what are we doing? I thought we were going, like, I thought this was happening. He was like, just follow me. Like, let's just go out to the back. We'll go for a little walk. And I was like, okay, let's go. And as soon as we walk out the back of the apartment and out onto the little trail that goes around the lake, I see this person jump behind a tree like a little ways down. And I was like, yep, it's happening. And I feel like from there on, it was kind of just a blur. But we walked up and there were rose petals along the path. I do remember as we were walking up, this poor lady, she was walking her baby in a stroller, and I see her just freeze, and then she like slowly turns around and is still like looking behind her to see what's happening as we were walking up. That was so funny. So we walk up, I see the most beautiful setup. So many hydrangeas, which you can still see. I have one up here in the vase. And the thing about all these hydrangeas is that Julia's mom, Miss Kathy Lee Weaver, hand cut these and drove them all the way from their bay house in like the Chesapeake Bay, all the way, well, to Stafford and then to Richmond. You should have seen her car. She said it was full of bugs and there were frogs in there. I felt so bad, but it just makes the whole setup so much more special to me because I love their bay house. The Weaver family is so special to me, so dear to me. And yeah, so we walk up. All I could do was just hug him. I just wanted to latch onto his neck and just hug him. And that's when I started crying. I was like, yep, here it is. This is the moment I've literally dreamed of my entire life. As I'm crying, Chip asks me, he says, "What are you crying for?" I was like, "Nothing, it's fine." And that's when he knelt down on one knee and asked me to be his wife. And I said, yes, of course. And after that, we just spent some time taking some pictures and just enjoying the moment. We came back up to the house so I could put on my blue and white dress that I wanted to wear. And yeah, that's pretty much the proposal story. I really dragged that out, but I really wanted to give you some details and just kind of tell you like from face to face almost. Okay, future me here. As I am editing this video, I have completely dragged this out way too long. So I am cutting out the whole wedding details update and I'm just gonna wrap it up here. But I will be sharing all the details over on my Instagram, of course. And yeah, fun stuff. But yeah, if you have any other wedding questions for me, or if you want to see anything else in my wedding planning process, I would love to show you. I would love to keep talking about it because it's so fun. It's fun being a bride and not just the photographer for a wedding. And now I really understand all the stress that all my brides have to endure during their planning process. But yeah, if you liked today's video, please give it a little like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you can find me at kelseymarie.photo, and that's my personal and business page. But yeah, I will see you guys next week in another video, and see you soon.